The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 9 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships from Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Greece, Penfield, Fairport, and Canandaigua. Online at visionauto.com. Hello everyone, and welcome to this special edition of the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. We are revisiting some of our favorite people and stories from the winter sports season. Annually, we celebrate 1,000-point career basketball scores. 2,000 points for a career, well, that's something really special. Carissa Birthright, Greece Odyssey High School, is the 2K kid. Through her first 116 basketball games, all of them as a varsity player, the daughter of Curtis and Lisbeth Birthright has averaged just better than 17 points a game. Carissa arrived on the scene just weeks past her 12th birthday.
She tried out for what, I thought was the JV team. And then, she really impressed me and my assistant coach. And so I actually went over to her house and met her parents before she got off the bus one day, and I talked to her parents about her playing for me on varsity.
Yeah.
And so when she got home, we talked about it, and I said, I'm kind of asking her to play varsity, not JV. She goes, I was trying out for varsity.
Birthright quickly grew into a leadership role.
I've coached for a few years, and as a 9th grader, I made her one of my team captains, which is pretty young for most people but I recognized her leadership then, and, sort of just went with it, and she took the role on very nicely, and people were comfortable with it, so she just earned it.
Getting to know myself better off the court helped me to adjust to playing with older girls, and now I'm the oldest, so I get to do everything that I had done for me when I was coming up.
Birthright is now a 6-foot senior. She played a game at Eastridge last week, just 17 shy of a 2,000-point career. It was a single-game point total she failed to reach only once this season. Birthright now averages 27.
I think the number one thing about her, she doesn't force things. She's very unselfish. Even though she scores all those points, it's not always about her. She makes her teammates better, and I think that's what makes her hard to cover. If she was selfish, we'd be able to contain her, but she always make the right pass when you double her. So I think that's probably the most important thing about her game.
Birthright had 14 points at the half. She reached her 2,000th in the third quarter.
Each year I try to add something new, definitely. That's my dad's little rule, that we add something new to my game every year. I mean, when I was in 7th grade, I was shooting in 2 hands, and now I'm trying to do some dribble moves and stuff. So I think just adding something on to my game every year was how I've been trying to improve.
Carissa's believed to be the first since Arcadia's Megan Schoenecker in 2007 to reach 2,000 points. Birthright wound up with 27, including 2 game-winning free throws in the final seconds. The Leopards are 13-4 and a postseason threat in Class B. Her future includes college at St. Rose in Albany, a major in psychology, and basketball. What do you see in the mirror?
I see someone that's developing and growing every day. I mean, I take it day by day, and right now we're taking it game by game. Just in this basketball season alone, I mean, my team has grown. Last year, all these girls, it was a lot of their first times on varsity, and now the second-year players. I've been honored to help them progress and grow like I did. So.
Birthright finished with 2,099 career points for the Leopards. Mixing basketball and music. It's in the curriculum when the Vision Automotive Group High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back to the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. We are celebrating the best of the winter sports season. School of the Arts boys basketball team caught our attention when they went 14-0. And because, well, they're the School of the Arts. Playing for a song.
Merry Christmas, Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, Christmas, baby.
These are some of the sights and sounds at Rochester's School of the Arts. This and this. This year, surprisingly perhaps, they are complementing each other quite nicely.
It takes a special breed to be able to do music and athletics, to combine the two and stay focused on your craft.
On the basketball side, things are going great for the Silverhawks. They were the first Section 5 team to 7 wins. 7-0, in fact, playing in Class A2 with the likes of College Prep, Newark, and HFL. Count Soda among the many teams from the city with championship aspirations.
I think we still got some growing to do. We can compete. If we can get better and do the little things, I'm hoping that the Lord will bless us to be there in the end.
There's the perception that a school specializing in the arts can't at the same time perform well in athletics. Soda is proving that wrong.
A lot of people get that perception. I don't see how, but they do. It just means that you have more talents than one. We actually got a lot of great basketball players at Soda. Whether they play for the team or not, we still got a good few players who don't play, and they're pretty good. They just multi-talented students here.
Hark the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old. Meek and the bold, ding dong, that is the song. With gentle rain, dark carolyn, one seems to hear.
Williams is one of those, a vocal major.
You got choir class, you got music theory, you got voice recitals. You pretty much got to take classes in. At the end of every market period, they give you a grade on your recital, and they give you like foreign language songs, different songs which is basically songs in different languages, and you sing them, and you get a grade on it by focus, breath support, eye contact, different things like that.
Al Nash came over to coach the Silverhawks from Freddie Thomas in the constant reshuffling of the city school district's assets that saw both Thomas and Marshall High Schools close. Nash has a music background too.
I don't know if that helped or not, but yes, back when I was younger, I marched drum and bugle corps. I played in the Franklin Band for a while before I actually became more of a committed athlete. So I got a little bit of musical background.
All students at Rochester School of the Arts choose fields of study among creative writing, dance, drama, music, theater technology, and the visual arts. And a few even find time to excel at basketball.
I like it. It's a nice experience. Like I said, there's not a lot of art school in the Rochester area, so it's a nice thing to come here and be able to sing while playing basketball.
School of the Arts went on to win the Section 5 basketball crown in Class A2 with a 19-2 record. We ski Mount Pittsford when the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back to the special edition of the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. We are revisiting some of our favorite stories from the winter. This was a brutal winter weather-wise. February was the coldest month on record. The skiers didn't mind, however.
got 3 minutes.
It wasn't always like this. 2 and 3 years ago this month, there was no snow in Rochester. Cross-country skiers fell victim to the effects of global warming. But proving that the weather is still somewhat cyclical, the snow and the skiers are back at Mount Pittsford. 3 degrees when this meet began. Is that too cold, or is it good here today, or what?
No, it's really, really good. It's not too cold at all. The biggest thing here is that the wind has subsided. If there was wind here, you'd be really, really cold. But at 3 degrees, that's fine. That's what we expect for Nordic skiing.
Mount Pittsford doubles as the Barker Road Middle School, host of the annual Pittsford 1 kilometer sprints. More than 200 skiers took part in the 4-round elimination event. There was a timed qualifier which seeds the top 36. It's the last time stopwatches are used. After that, the competition is strictly by placement. The original 36 qualifiers, boys and girls, ski head-to-head, 6 across. 6 is really the magic number here. Those 6 quarterfinal races each advance 2 to the semis. Those 12 skiers race head-to-head to advance 6, the number again, into the championship sprint. That produces a champion. There's actually very little drama attached to the process, however. Those skiers with the low bib numbers, the fastest qualifiers, invariably win. It's the nature of racing. The results are almost always predeterminable. The plus to the format is almost everyone here gets to race at least twice, and they all seem to have a great time.
All right. Looking good. Nice. I love it. Sprints are a lot of fun because there's so many opportunities to just get out there and try your best. And I don't know, it's fun just to see who's here.
Sarah's a product of the HFL Nordic Ski Machine. There was one quarterfinal race that featured 6 HFL skiers exclusively. This is their game. And there are some reasons for that. HFL doesn't field an indoor track team, which tends to siphon off many of the best potential skiers at other schools. Bernie Gardner, the track and cross-country coach at HFL, is also the Nordic ski honcho. His runners ski, his skiers run. The word is passed along by Bernie's daughter-in-law, Jenna, early.
We go out, and I mean, like I said, I'm a 6th grade teacher, and I was a phys ed major in high school or in college, and so sports and athletics and being outdoors, no matter what that sport is, I want to see kids being active.
I used to ask her if I could go ski with the team when I was in 6th grade, but I wasn't old enough, so she had me just ski around, and we had a ski club, and it was a lot of fun, yeah.
There are 8 participating high schools in Nordic skiing, all from the east side. Irondequoit represents the far west here. None enjoy HFL's level of success, but they are making some progress.
We've recently added a modified team, which has really helped a lot. We actually train at the middle school, and our numbers are very good, and the team spirit is way up there. I think there's really a camaraderie among all of the skiers in this sport because it's kind of a misunderstood sport, and so you'll find yourself cheering for any skier out here regardless of what team they're skiing for.
You call it misunderstood. What do you mean by that?
I think a lot of people, for me personally, when I first got involved in the sport in the early 80s, I thought it was just people like walking on skis at a golf course. I didn't realize how fast you could go on skis, and I think if more people understood just how gifted these athletes are and how fast they really move on these skis, they would see what a beautiful sport it is.
Penfield scored a moral victory by placing senior Tim Dunn in the championship race. He wound up 5th.
It's great that we have a smaller team. We get more team bonding, get to know everyone a lot better.
What do you like most about this sport?
It's hard work, but you feel great once the race is over.
The winners were indeed predictable. Sarah Erkvitz, the girl who wanted to ski as a 6th grader, won and will dominate Nordic skiing on the girls' side this year. On the boys' side, Ryan Young is proving to be close to unbeatable.
As I've progressed through the sport, I've kept, learning more and more about it, and what I can now tell is, how my technique is holding up and just how my power is But obviously, you know, coming away with the win is always a success. And also, I think a big thing that isn't always valued in sports is honestly how fun you're having. And I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't having fun. So of course, you know, that's always a success.
HFL won both the boys and girls Nordic ski titles this year. Our final salute to the season when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back to this special edition of the High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Our thanks, first of all, to the Vision Automotive Group. They, of course, make the Sports Beat possible with their sponsorship, as do all the athletes of the winter sports season, many of whom appear here. This is our salute to the winter sports season, courtesy of photojournalist Jeff Barron.
It doesn't look pretty, but we're one shot away in the first 5 minutes of this period to making this a great hockey game and putting these guys back on their heels. All right? Keep battling. Trust each other. Do not get frustrated. Okay? Stay out of the box. Keep your hands down. Play for each other, boys. We're right there. One shot. One shot, then we'll worry about the next one. Let's go, fellas. Come on.